EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. The 20, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 45 yards. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Fowler. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. He can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. He gets away from one. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Get up.
That's taken in by Arroyo. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Off play action. Fowler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fowler. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Hall just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
We've caught a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Walker with the grab, left side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, you start to...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Nolan And Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
The career's more at stake when you win your prom. That paper, baby, my face on the dot.
3rd down and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cuddy.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
This is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Now a run. Here's the rookie from Penn State. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Ready? Bronco 80. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Fowler. Pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Zach Bond drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 67 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, plan, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
This ball caught by Mechie. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Derek Harmon able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Running left, it's Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 12-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Torrey Horton now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they move the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That'll give him 8 that time. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
70.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and
Here we go.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Third and 3.
Ready?
Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 52 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Elijah Arroyo, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have cut the lead back down to 2. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
180.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He cannot hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken around the 12. A 48-yard punt, settled on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. Got me lying.
From the gun, it's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Start. Panther 60. Panther 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And across the midfield, straight into Eagle territory. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Breaks a tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
60 by.
Looking to throw. Fowler. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. Time for 1 play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's got it down to the 28.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Fowler. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10, 15-yard line.
Going right back to Smith-Njigba. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Come on. Ready.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there at holding the point of attack and not giving ground. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard. Too shy. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pick.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on that.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Fowler. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be a start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hey, hey, touch the eagle. Alert, alert. No, no. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Taken from just outside the 30.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I like how he hung in there, went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Back to throw. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe the most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Off play action. Fowler. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He'll try again, William, here on 2nd down.
pushing helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
A big play looming on third down.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 by 6. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw again. And he's taken down, and that'll get him a little bit closer. Every yard at this point will help your field goal kicker out. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's second and a yard.
Ready?
Now run with Walker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's first down.
Get it? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Fowler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Fowler. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. And when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on that round. 0 to 100 real quick.
Ready?
Here now, third down.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Fowler. On the slant, here's Smith-Njigba. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick is good. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks